Okay, I'm making this announcement in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, being Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, laws of the state of New Jersey. The Planning Board Secretary has prepared a schedule of the meeting of the Planning Board of the Borough of Kenilworth for the year 2025 and has posted a true copy of this schedule on the bulletin board located at the front of entrance of the Borough Hall, and has mailed true copies of this schedule to the local source and the Star Ledger, and is maintaining a copy of this schedule in Borough Hall. Accordingly, the notice of requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied in regards to this meeting. Can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Karlovic?
Here.
Mr. Paserno?
Here.
Mr. Scarice?
Here.
Mr. David?
Here.
Mr. Mazzio?
Here.
Mr. Ladowdy?
Here.
Mr. Scuderi?
Here.
And Mr. Grimaldi?
Here.
Is there a motion for the approval of the minutes of June 24th?
Motion.
Motion made by Mayor Karlovic, second by Mr. Scuderi. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Kathy, any communications?
Yes. We received a request from Mr. Paparo for a one-year extension on application 23-03, Dunkin' Donuts, 705 to 717 Boulevard. Mr. Rego prepared a resolution for the same, and it's on the agenda for this evening,
Okay.
approving or disapproving the one-year extension.
So we could discuss that when we get to the resolutions, right? Go ahead.
Also, Mr. Rego responded to a letter from Lawrence Talley regarding a complaint at 251 Monroe Avenue.
The issue there was the construction department had discussed an issue regarding parking with Mr. Cali, and the board was of the view that it wasn't in our bailiwick yet, and that he should, Mr. Cali and his client should work with the construction department, and if needed for some future relief, we're here. But and that's what I sent out. You should have a copy of the letter.
We have a copy of the letter. The only, I'm sorry, you're finished? The only thing I'm going to say about that, Mr. Rego, and as soon as I saw that come over, I asked Kathy to send you a letter that before any letters go out to that client or any client that has context in which a letter like that is written, I would like to review the letter before it goes out.
Got it.
And then we could just get it out, and we need that in a timely fashion so we can move it along. Okay?
Got it.
Okay, next is resolution application 24-08, front fencing. Mr. Rego?
Yeah, this is for property located at 205 North 17th Street. The applicant is here. At our June 24th meeting, we heard and approved, I think by a 5-4 vote, an issue regarding the fence in the front yard. The board heard it, they approved relief requiring that the fence be moved, front yard fence be moved out of the right-of-way and within a certain distance from the front porch. This was dimensional variance, and there are normal conditions. I also had a condition that if the front yard fence is no longer needed or no longer necessary, that it be removed, and that the board didn't want that front yard fence relief transferable. It was focusing on the applicant's wife regarding her condition, and we felt that, I think, again, a thin vote, that the relief was warranted, but it should be focused on that situation.
Is that it?
That's it.
So for clarity, what we're saying here is that if the applicant sells that house, the fence goes back to the proper,
There is no fence in the front yard setback.
No fence.
So the issue was a front yard fence at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Do we also have in
How
here?
is that,
I'm sorry.
how is that, how is that triggered? How do we know? How does a future building official know that the house was sold? Is it a deed restriction?
Well,
Interesting.
usually, you know, if someone moves, eventually, that information gets transferred to your tax people, the tax assessor, the change of deed. So that will become public knowledge in the borough. In the future, the more trickier issue is if the applicant's wife no longer has a need for a front yard fence, how would we know that? I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it's more relevant that if the house, if the title's ever transferred, that there's got to be a trigger at the county.
Yes.
You know,
We would know at some point, it may not be the day of, but we would know at some point.
Yeah, but we're not going to know.
Yeah, we're not.
Right, who's going to be paying attention to that?
Yeah, who's policing that?
Well,
Does that come under, like Frank says, a deed restriction?
it could. That's a little more cumbersome, but yeah, it could be that the applicant would have to deed restrict the property, which would probably mean this gentleman would probably have to retain an attorney to prepare the appropriate deed restriction and record it at the county courthouse, you know. But so that way anyone buying the property would see in the deed restriction that, oh, we can't have that very nice fence in front, we have to remove that. That would be the ultimate when a potential buyer gets a title search. They would see that that's there. A little more cumbersome, but it's more...
Yeah, but it's necessary. What do we do tonight to put that in place?
You could indicate that you would like me to revise the ordinance, the conditions, revise the resolution to indicate as a condition that there would be a deed restriction to that effect, which I've done in many other resolutions. So you could adopt it with that modification. I will go ahead and put that in and get it to Kathy.
Okay. Mr. Scuderi?
So we do the deed restriction, but who's still seeing that? So like when they transfer the deed, the people that are buying it will see that.
Right.
But then if they don't comply with it, is anybody in the town with that? Like when they transfer the deed, is there anybody in the town reading the deeds?
The attorneys. So the attorneys would have to look at that and say,
But the
you do...
attorney doesn't read the deed.
Right, but if they didn't do it, we wouldn't have an idea.
No, there's just, if we put a deed restriction in, you buy that house, you know that you can't keep that there. Maybe I can put in
Pardon me.
and shall, new buyer shall immediately advise the construction officials within the borough of that. Yeah, something like that.
If I may, if you have a deed restriction and it's in place, when you are listing that house, it goes with the washer, the dryer, the second floor. Also, part of being forthcoming and transparency, that front fence has to come down as part of the sale of the house. If they don't put that in there, then there is a problem with the seller.
If I'm a new buyer, I don't want to ruffle feathers within 5 minutes of buying a house.
You don't want to, but many people don't. But what I'm saying is, we're still not getting, nobody's still saying it from the town to go out and enforce it.
Oh, Mr. Grimaldi?
No, but the thing is, with the deed restriction, it takes some of the pressure off the building department, because then they have at least the documents to stand behind. And it's not just, oh, let me...
There's just so much we can do, short of having one of you guys sit out there on the front porch and make sure it happens.
It would have to be listed as part of the sale of the house. It would have to be listed that the fence has to come down.
And it gives the building department at least some teeth.
But the applicant would then have to prepare the appropriate, we don't prepare the deed restrictions.
No, but we would put that language into the resolution.
Yes.
And that would be part of his resolution compliance.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you have an attorney when you bought their house, obviously? No. You didn't have an attorney? Okay.
Title company?
Who reviewed the documents and?
We went through a real estate agent.
Ah, okay. Well, you're going to probably have to get advice from that real estate agent about, and they'll see the language in the resolution when we finalize it.
Yeah.
And then I'll put that, we want a copy of
The
that.
tax assessor gets the resolution, so if he doesn't make adjustments, the tax assessor...
The tax assessor does get the
Yeah,
resolution.
he does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he
and so
gets
he
it.
would have to
So
read that
if
through
he put
to-
it in his...
They get a copy of it. Maybe-
They get the resolution.
They get a copy, if you can maybe flag it, that'll, in addition to putting in a deed restriction, you can flag it, so when and if it comes across their desk, they can do something with it.
When there's a sale.
Yeah.
Yes, Kevin?
The minutes reflect a discussion on the part of the board that the fence be moved 25 feet from the property line. That's not reflected in the resolution. Perhaps it should be.
I have in here that it's fence, okay.
So that was part of my question before we went into deed restrictions, because right now, this resolution is going to give the applicant the marching orders to go and do what he needs to do with the fence. And if that's not clearly spelled out, he has no idea what to do.
We said two things. We said relocate the fence out of the front yard setback and no less than 25 feet from the front property line. So we weren't, you got to put it on this inch of land. It was just push it back, no closer than, no less than 25 feet from the front property line. So there was probably some leeway in there. I don't know how much.
I don't think that, go ahead, Mr. Grimaldi.
But that's in the minutes, not in the resolution.
No, it's in the resolution.
I'm wrong. I didn't see it this morning.
Condition number one, it's a top condition.
Yeah.
I thought we were leaving him a little bit of leeway. You push it back this way, but don't get closer to the front yard porch, and within that range, you can have your fence.
I don't remember that. I don't know how we could have a resolution with giving someone the leeway to say, well, my leeway is 8 more feet. We have to be defined in what we're telling this applicant to do.
We wanted to get him out of the front yard setback.
Yes.
We approved the front yard fence, but we say it's too close to the road. Push it back out of the right of way, but don't go 2 inches from your front porch, because it's ridiculous. We
has to
said
be, yeah, at least
no less than
25 feet,
25
right.
feet from the front
Yeah.
property line. So he had
So
some...
then don't use, with respect, we can't use terminology like he has some leeway. He doesn't.
Well-
Does he have 25 feet?
Yeah.
No less
And that's
than,
it.
no less than 25 feet from the front property line.
Okay.
So he has to push it off the property line by 25 feet. If he wants to do 24, knock himself out. Yeah, it's one of those. Unless we're out there with a surveying kit. I mean, what?
I don't think there's 25 feet.
No, to work with. Yeah, you mean 26, but then...
26, not
Yeah, if you went
24.
to 26, yeah.
Right, 26.
No less.
You gotta clean that up.
than 25
You can't be 25 feet from the porch, that would be back in the right of way.
No, 25 feet.
From the setback.
From the front property line.
But the front yard setback is 25 feet, right? Already.
Okay, so we basically said get out of the front yard setback.
At the end of the day, that's what we said, get out of the front yard setback. Because there was a discussion about it almost being on the front, almost on the
Staircase
front
coming down.
staircase at the bottom, at the landing.
yeah.
And we were like, well, that's too tight, because then what do you do with that? And then you don't have, and then we backed off of that. And I think the way I remember is that we just wanted to get it off the...
Yeah, I mean, that's...
the right of way.
Here's my
Actually,
concern.
Michael-
If the way this is written and the way this is worded, right now, the applicant is sitting right here. Do you have any idea what we're talking about?
No, that's why I sent an email earlier this week, because I went to the Department of Buildings to get an EP license. And Mr. Grimaldi let me know that I had to move the fence before the meeting today. And I was confused, I never heard anything about that.
Well, you can't really do anything until the resolution, so that's why we're here tonight. But I'm trying to clean that up for you. Yes,
I
Mr.
don't know the exact letter.
Actually,
Look at condition...
he does have it stated correctly, that it has to be removed from the front yard setback requirement, no less than 25 feet from the front property line. So that's a definable measure. 25 feet from the front yard, front property line, front property. That's a definable set.
Okay.
So that's the number.
The middle ground he was saying was if the front...
Here's the...
If the front stop, that was what they were using, or it's like we're on the city property.
We might want to get Mr. Rodriguez on the...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because really, nobody can notice.
We can do that right now. Mr. Rodriguez, why don't you come on up here?
Just state your name.
Sure, no problem. Quentin Rodriguez Harrison, and I'm the applicant in this matter.
Thank you.
No problem, thank you for having me. So my question is, if the front stop, let's say that's, I don't know the numbers, let's say it's 27 and a half feet out. The leeway that the gentleman was mentioning was, if it's no less than 25, but the front yard stop ends up being like 27 and a half, that's the 2.5 feet I have of leverage in terms of putting the fence. That's the way the resolution sounds right now. You're telling me it's either at least 25, but get off the front, that's setback. And this is what I have to play with. It could be 6 inches, I don't know.
Let me hear from Mr. Grimaldi.
I would say that whoever his surveyor is for his property, he may have staked down already, it's 25 feet from the front property line. If he wants to go beyond that, closer to his house, he may, but that's for him and his surveyor to set that mark.
Is 25 feet the setback? Because if we say get out of the setback, that means from the property line, you got to get out of 25 feet. I mean, you can't be within that.
No,
I don't know how much is left.
I would look for Kevin to say that that's the setback, but my memory is that there's a 25-foot setback, which is probably why you worded it exactly the way.
That's what the board said. Now, if there's 2 or 3 feet left, it's probably ridiculous, but I don't know what else you wanted out of the setback, so.
But that was what we established, you had to be out of the setback. I was looking for something more restrictive, which I understood the board didn't like, and that was fine.
What I'm confused about is the difference between the setback and the right-of-way. Because the setback is from the property line to the front of the house. The right-of-way is what I thought we were talking about. He's currently in the Burroughs right-of-way with that fence. So he's got to get out of the Burroughs right-of-way for sure. And then from there, he needs to be in his own, in the setback within the front of his house. And then where he wants to put that,
If we can get those
it has to be within the setback or on the property line.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's it. And then there was a talk about,
10 feet off the porch or something, 'cause we were...
well, it started to get, yes, there was
Yeah,
conversations about it, and it was
yes.
like, well, that's ridiculous, it's going to look like he walks out and he's got this little
Yeah.
tiny
just-
front yard.
I just did on Google Earth, I mean, it's not exact,
This is
like
what-
there's about 35 feet from the property, from the street to the porch.
Right, so 10-foot right-of-way is the Burroughs right-of-way, where a sidewalk was supposed to go, that's why it was a
So,
right-of-way.
Mr. David, you're calling the right-of-way from the curb 10 feet back,
Or
and
from
starts
the
setback.
from the street, yeah, from the street to wherever.
So it's 10 and
the-
15.
The property line, that's the Burroughs right-of-way, which again, I thought in the old days, right-of-ways were put aside for sidewalks. There is a sidewalk on the other side of the street, but not on his side of the street. So we were saying, you're in the Burroughs right-of-way, you have to get that fence out,
Right.
because it is now, it's in the Burroughs right-of-way.
Right.
So it's got to be moved in at a minimum of 10 feet, and then at 10 feet, you're on his property line, right? Because it's 25-foot setback. And if he wants to make it 24...
It sounds like we're revisiting the whole...
No, that's what we talked about.
I know, but the verbiage that you're using is not matching with what Mr. Rego wrote.
Well, I don't know if that's right, is what I
What
was...
Mr. Rego wrote was,
Mr. O'Brien has some details on the survey.
Okay, let's see if we can figure this out.
Christian and I have the survey in front of us, which shows the fence is 7.2 feet off the curb. It is maybe 7 or 8 feet forward of the property line.
Right, Borough right away.
In addition to that, the property line is 25 feet away from the front of the house.
Right, front yard setback. That's what I've been saying.
So a fence would go up to the front of the house at 25 feet. So I'm not sure if that's exactly...
That's no relief.
No, that's,
Did you mean perhaps 25 feet from the curb, in which case it would be, that's 15, maybe a...
33, then 25, he's have 7 or 8 feet in the front.
Or did you mean 25 feet from the house, which would put you at the right-of-way?
maybe we could reverse it. He can't go further from his front porch, he can't go X number of feet out. That way, if that's within, rather than saying, let's start and mark it in, we can say from the front porch out, that's a definitive statement.
Can you
To a maximum of 25
A
feet.
maximum of something, yeah.
25 feet, because that's the property line.
Can you calculate, just give me 1 second. Can you calculate, can you do a number be from the house to the curb? Is that 33?
we did have exhibits that night, didn't we?
I'm sorry?
It's more than that.
We have photos, I think.
From the front of the house to the curb is approximately 39.2.
Okay, so we're gonna just call it 39.
From the front, from where the
porch,
porch
no.
ends, not including the steps, from the porch
The porch.
to the curb
Okay.
is approximately 39.
Where is the fence right now?
7 feet from the property line, approximately, it's basically in the middle of the curb and the right-of-way.
How far is the fence from the house right now?
Yeah, that's what I need to know. The
The
fence-
fence to the curb?
Is it 39?
25 here.
If he's in the right of way, it has to be greater than 25 feet.
Thank you, Ray.
30, right now it's 32 feet from the front of the house.
Makes sense.
Okay, so it's 32 feet. So if he moved that fence towards the house 7 feet, it's out of the right of way.
Right.
Yeah,
And
Will be
it's,
on the right of way.
it'll be on the right of way.
yeah.
How far would he be from the house, from the front porch to that point?
25.
20? Okay, so we,
It's say a max of 25 feet from,
From the
you know,
house.
from the front of the
porch,
house, yeah.
Why can't you just refer to the right-of-way? Just get it behind the right-of-way
Yeah,
line.
that's true,
And he
too.
can put it wherever he wants,
Exactly.
right? As long as it's out, our purpose was to get it out of the right-of-way.
Right.
And not to go back and forth a foot over or a foot,
Right.
you know, because I know we have
No,
this
no,
going back
no.
and forth, right?
he may have some flexibility, yeah, but, so the first, 10 feet in the front is sacrosanct, then we're not,
Yeah.
nothing goes there?
Nothing goes there.
Okay, so then he
It has
has,
to be moved 10 feet from the curb.
But if he moves 10 feet back, he's got 29, it's got to be more than that.
Yeah, no, yeah, you have to go with the right-of-way line. You can't use the curb because the curb varies.
Don't specify,
Right.
because it's more like 14 feet or so.
Yeah, so behind the right-of-way.
So if he measures from his house, not his porch, 25 feet out, he will be out of the right of way.
Yes. No,
Be right on the line.
He'll be right on the line. You need to be 6 inches to the opposite side of that line. Simple enough? That's how you have to write it up. You have to also do... Good.
24. Make it 24.
so 24 feet,
24.
a maximum
The
of
measurement
24
of the
feet
post that's going in the ground.
from the front, from the end of the front porch,
Face of the front porch.
a maximum of 24 feet toward the road.
Yes.
That's what we're
From
talking
the front of the house.
From the front of the house.
As long as our back of the napkin math is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you, is that, you got 24 feet from the front of your house, within that range, to put a fence?
Well, yeah, I just remember last time, the number was like 7 feet and change. We were saying that
Right.
basically like one strand of fence to just move that.
Exactly.
and
That makes
then it
sense.
clears it, so.
Right.
Yeah, 24, 25, I just need to know exactly.
We're trying to give you a base point to measure from.
Because when you go to the building department, you're going to have a hard time.
Yes,
No more than
from the
24
porch.
feet.
Okay, okay,
Because how do you
front
find
of the
a
house.
random spot in the grass?
exactly.
And
Front of the house toward
Kevin-
the road.
Kevin, Chris, the porch and the garage line up? Or no?
From here, it looks like it lines up.
Okay, so that's the one plane he measures from.
You're not going to sign that.
Because if we tell him some random spot in the middle of the grass, he's going to be throwing darts, and then he's going to say he's right, somebody's going to say he's wrong.
He's going to change
I
it.
thought, all right, yeah, you might be right. Okay, we clear? How are you going to word the,
The fence from the front of the house, the front porch, no more than 25 feet out.
24.
24, I have 24, toward the road, and then you're okay. You're not into the right of way. So if you want to do 22, 21, 23,
All right, we don't need to elaborate.
knock yourself out.
okay.
From the very front, very end of the porch.
Yeah.
Not front.
Got it.
Not
The porch, not the steps.
Not a step, just actual, like,
right.
where it lines up with the actual structure.
And then does this resolution qualify for Kevin's compliance clause? So then you add that.
The deed
The date.
restrictions.
That's what I was going to ask. Are we going, on all three of these resolutions that we're going for tonight, are we going to put the timeframes in, as we were talking about?
I know Kevin mentioned it. What language are you talking about, Kevin, specifically?
6 months?
So we're
Similar
missing,
to what I did, 6 months from the date of the, resolutions adopted and published, 6 months from the date of the adoption of the
I think in
resolution.
this situation, being that it was a compliance issue, I think it should be faster.
yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
Okay.
So, we have here 24 feet, we have the deed restriction, and we have, how much time? You getting right on this?
Yeah, I was trying to.
It should be,
By year
Already ended the year.
By year end.
Well,
By year end?
That gives you-
Don't worry about
that gives you
that's
3 months.
3 months.
90 days.
90 days.
90 days.
90 days.
You gotta have this done in 90 days.
Yep, so my question is, so I have someone come and survey, move everything properly, get the permit with a legit mover, take care of the front yard, go to get counsel to do the deed restriction. And
Yeah, that's
then
important, to go to your
who's going to
agent.
need some verification. If someone can come, like Kevin, your team can come and make sure that everything's lined up so that,
We can do that.
okay, sure.
Yeah, just do it before you put the fence.
Yeah.
Let's get a motion, let's get a motion together, guys.
As adopted, yeah.
Okay.
Or as modified.
Let's hear how you're going to do this, so we can make a resolution, approve this resolution. With the condition. Yes, sir.
Since the assessor's going to see the resolution, is the deed restriction still necessary? Kathy made
He gets all the
clear the assessor's.
he gets all the resolutions.
Just leave a note that he's got to focus in on that one.
That is a process, and it is.
Well, I would
I think we all want it.
We all want the deed restriction.
Okay.
Yeah, we all want it.
Okay.
Things go by the wayside, real
Number
quick.
7, deed restriction language, compliance within 90 days from the adoption of the resolution, and with regard to the front yard, no more than 24 feet from the front of the house toward the road. Within that 24 feet, he could put his fence up.
Can we get the resolution
I'll revise
tomorrow,
it.
the next day?
Yeah, I'll revise
Rich will
it.
come in and sign it, and we can give it to Quentin? The resolution.
I'll have it revised tomorrow.
This week?
Yeah, if you get it right,
Soon.
yeah, get it to me right away and I'll do it. So we could approve this resolution.
As amended.
As amended.
Right.
Okay? Is there?
You'll see.
Yeah, I was going to say, but if we were memorializing tonight, only the people who voted in favor.
5 people voted in favor.
Right, no, that's what I'm saying, I want to get that clarification.
Yeah,
So
only
I'm
five.
not going to be voting on this
No.
because I was one of the people who was opposed initially.
Kathy should have the 5 names
I have it.
that could vote.
Okay.
Okay. Based on what the attorney said, to approve this resolution, we need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve it as amended.
Mr. Mazzio made the motion, seconded by Mayor Karlovich. Roll call?
Mayor Karlovich?
Yes.
Mr. Paserno?
Yes.
Mr. Scarice?
Yes.
Mr. Mazzio?
Yes.
1,
Should be
2,
one
3,
more.
4. And that was it. Mr. Polisi, he's not here.
If he's not here, if he voted in favor, he's not here, that's fine.
Mr. Colella voted in favor too, but he's not here.
What do we do
You
there?
guys.
Yeah, you have enough votes to
fine.
memorialize.
Oh, we have 5.
Yeah, I mean, it was approved at the last meeting. This is
Okay.
just
You can
memorializing.
memorialize with 1.
Right,
believe it or not.
exactly.
All right, you're all done. Go buy the fence. Take care.
That was easy.
I like this resolution.
That took longer than any of us did.
Yeah. Okay. You just reminded me of Groucho Marx. I can't tell that joke. Okay, application 2402 Durham School Services, Mr. Rego.
This was a use variance approval with preliminary and final site plan, dimensional variances for the property at 251 Monroe. As the board may recall, and we heard this in May, and we had to tweak it a little bit. The applicant was coming in to demolish certain buildings. Outdoor areas of the property were going to be used for outdoor storage, also bus employee parking. There was going to be parking for bus spaces, and we heard this at length. We approved the use, and we approved the application with number of conditions, which are set forth on page 6 through 8. 6 through about 19 conditions, including how the site should operate, and that's what we have here.
Is everybody okay? You've read the resolution? Everybody okay with the resolution the way it says? Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
Again, we're going to add that
The time
compliance.
restriction on this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether it's 6 months or, I know there's a lot to do there, so I think 6 months is okay with me.
Who was the attorney for this? Does anybody remember?
Stephen Hale, I believe.
Stephen Hill?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there we are. Sorry, Natasha. Okay, you guys comfortable with 6 months with this? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what file that is, but yes.
If it's not enough, you can ask for more time as the period approaches.
Okay,
You can do it by letter request.
we got that. Who's making this motion? Motion made by Mr. Grimaldi, seconded by Mr. Scuderi. Roll call?
Mr. Paterno?
Yes.
Mr. Quincy's not here. Mr. Mazzio?
Yes.
Mr. Ladowdy?
Yes.
Mr. Scuderi?
Yes.
And Mr. Grimaldi?
Yes.
Okay, that one's signed. Next one is
Donuts.
application 24006 North Holdings.
Yes. This was another application through Steve Hale's office. This was involving property on 110, 124 North 12th Street. We approved this in June. It involved putting in or installing a number of new parking bays on the south side of the existing building. They were modifying parking. They were adding parking to areas that were currently grass and gravel, and they were doing some other site work. I listed the variances that they were seeking. We approved it with, again, a number of modifications or another number of conditions. I believe there were 24. We did get, or I saw, subsequent to this, I saw relatively recently a packet of documents that came in with the health okay and
Fire?
yeah. I don't know if the board saw that. They had revised plans.
That was us, right?
Yeah, and something from the traffic people, something from the health people, and if the board approves this, I can add that compliance also as well.
Okay. Okay, is there a motion to approve, sorry, Mr. Grimaldi? Oh, is there a motion to approve the application with the compliance for 6 months? Are you asking a question?
That was not.
Yes, it's the resolution.
Yes, not the resolution. So, made by Mr. Grimaldi, seconded by
Second.
Mayor Karlovic. Roll call?
Mayor Karlovic?
Yes.
Mr. Paterno?
Yes.
Mr. Scarice?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Mazzio?
Yes.
Mr. Ladowdy?
Yes.
Mr. Grimaldi?
Yes.
All right. The next one is 23003, the NATC Donuts. Mr. Rego.
Thank you. This is a letter request to the board from Mr. Paparo, who's here. As expected, because of the impacts, County of Union has a hand in this. There's a fairly complex approval process. The applicant requested an extension of the minor subdivision approval for a year to May 23rd, 2026. I drafted a resolution to that effect, and if the board wants to hear anything further, Mr. Paparo's here. If not, we can just vote on it.
Does the board? Yes.
Excuse me, so if they say they didn't give an extension, what does that mean to the applicant? They have to build sooner, or?
No, they have more time. They have to build according to what we approved, but they have more time to do it, and that happens sometimes. If there's financing issues, the applicant can't move ahead. If in this case, I have to deal with the county, I have to deal with the state, they take forever for everything. Or back in COVID, there were issues with, I can't get materials. So they can build any time within that. They don't have to wait a year. They can build any time, but they just need a comfort time frame to do what they want to do. But everything else is the same.
Yeah, so
They have to comply with everything.
If they didn't get it, they're still going to build it. They're still got it. All that approval doesn't go away.
No. This is why they're asking for it. Yeah, a minor subdivision, if you don't file it within a certain time frame, it goes away. But this is their protection to add some time so they don't get jammed up.
So, if we don't approve this, the approval disappears?
They don't approve.
If we don't approve the extension?
No. If they don't approve, if we don't extend this, the minor subdivision will, you have to file a minor subdivision deed within a certain time frame. And Joe, if I'm off base, please feel free. You have to file it within 190 days. If you can't file it, the law says that the minor subdivision cannot be received, but you can't record it, which in essence, that goes away. But the law provides that either before that time expires, the 190 days, or after, you can ask the board for an extension within which to file that subdivision deed. And that's what the applicant's asking for here. It's relatively common in this day and age that developers just can't build within the time frame they think they can. And in this case, I mean, if you want a more of a, I mean, if you want a comfort level, I'm sure Joe can handle.
No, I mean, I guess my only question is, if this board didn't approve his extension,
It'd be a problem for them.
would they have to come back and present their project to us again?
No, they would, if it wasn't approved, if I were a judge, I'd go to court and get a judge to order it very quickly.
Quite honestly, we would have that problem on our hands. And they would get their approval. So, yes, Mr. Lee.
I was just going to make a motion that we approve the plan.
Yeah. Second.
But, yeah, I'm happy. I don't want people to have a...
Approved by, the motion was made by Mr. Ladati, seconded by Mr. Mazzio. Roll call.
Mayor Karlovich?
Abstain, I wasn't here for the application.
This is for the extension, but Mr.
This is just for an extension.
All right, I'll vote
This
yes then.
isn't for the
Okay,
application.
I'll vote
It's a normal
You're yes?
process.
Okay.
Mr. Paserno?
Yes.
Mr. Scarice?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Mazzio?
Yes.
Mr. Ladowdy?
Yes.
Mr. Scuderi?
Yes.
And Mr. Grimaldi?
Thank you. Okay.
Brilliant, Joe, great.
I'm going to go back to dissecting the frog. Okay. Application number 24009, and I guess we can't do them together, right?
No, we can, because, no, okay.
Joe, anyone want to ask you about 26th Street?
No, no.
You want to ask?
Well, I don't think we want to ask about 26th Street tonight. Are you prepared to do that?
I don't think he is.
Just give him an
Said
update.
no. He said no before.
Okay.
The Neary application for 720 Boulevard, it was brought to our attention that the applicant, for whatever reason, just not going to move forward at this point in time. This resolution is dismissing the application without prejudice, meaning they're not prohibited from coming back to us for the same or similar project. This leaves the door open if they want to come back.
Okay, I just want to make a correction. I said application 24009, you read 24010. Am I correct, 720 Boulevard?
I was following the agenda.
And so...
Well, 10 and 9, they're both...
They're both the same.
Yes.
The next page.
I just wanted to be...
Yeah, no, I get it.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
did everybody get all that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Any questions?
So we're doing 9 first, right?
9 first.
Okay.
Okay, my same comments. That's 730 Jefferson Ave.
Okay. So 730 Jefferson Ave. You already, the resolution is almost exactly the
They're
same.
the same except for the
Address.
application numbers and the addresses, yeah.
Okay. Is there a motion to dismiss without prejudice?
Motion.
Motion made by Mayor Karlovich,
Second.
seconded by Mr. David. Roll call?
Mayor Karlovich?
Yes.
Mr. Paserno?
Yes.
Mr. Scarice?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Mazzio?
Yes.
Mr. Ladowdy?
Yes.
Mr. Scuderi?
Yes.
And Mr. Grimaldi?
Yes.
Okay. Address 720 24010, Mr. Rego.
The same issue. We don't want these things hanging around on the shelf, and we, same as the previous resolution, we're dismissing 720 Boulevard without prejudice. Again, leaves the door open for them to come back in when and if they're ready.
Okay. Any questions? None? Is there a motion to have this dismissed?
Motion.
Motion made by Mayor Karlovich, seconded by Mr. Scarice. Roll call.
Mayor Karlovich?
Yes.
Mr. Paserno?
Yes.
Mr. Scarice?
Yes.
Mr. David?
Yes.
Mr. Mazzio?
Yes.
Mr. Scuderi?
Yes.
And Mr. Grimaldi?
Thank you, everyone. First of all, Kathy, you didn't sign.
What's in the hopper?
What's in the hopper? Very dirty martini. Okay. Let's see what else we have left to
Comments
go
for the
here.
good of the board.
Comments for the good of the board. Anyone? Seeing none?
Make a motion to open the meeting to the public? Second.
Motion made by Mr. David, second by Mr. Mazzio, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone from the public wishing to speak? Seeing none?
I make a motion to close the meeting to the public?
Motion made by Mr. David, second by Mr. Mazzio, all in favor?
Aye. Motion to adjourn.
Motion made by Mr. David, second by Mayor Karlovic. See you in October.